What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about World Rugby rankings and how they have changed since this past weekend Six Nations game. Now obviously the world rankings means quite a bit because we're seeing how the teams are playing and how they are getting better and improving and how they shoot up and down, and also it sets a little bit of a tone for the build up to this Rugby World Cup, which is going to be absolutely amazing because we've got so much talent, and the rugby this year, or the past year and a half, 2 years, has been extremely competitive, and we've seen the rise of the Northern Hemisphere definitely showing a lot of improvement. I mean, Ireland's one to talk about. England's really showing up this year. We've got Wales, who are on 12 consecutive wins, which is absolutely amazing. We're seeing a lot of improvement in the Northern Hemisphere, which is great. Why I say it's great is because it means rugby is becoming competitive again. You know, we all talk so used to the dominance of the Southern Hemisphere. I mean, the All Blacks, okay, they've always dominated, but it's always been South Africa, Australia winning the World Cup, and then England in 2003. Now we're looking at situations where we could maybe see another Northern Hemisphere doing something different. Now obviously the All Blacks are going to go into the World Cup as favourites, and rightly so. They've done so much in their absolutely amazing time at being number one. But if we look at how Ireland have come up from the last year, yes, I know they have started a bit of a shaky start to 2019, but they're still getting the results to keep them at number 2, which is impressive. Wales, like I mentioned, the 12 consecutive wins, which is absolutely amazing. The improvement in this tournament has been outstanding, and it's truly remarkable to see what they have achieved in 2018 and 2019. It's been amazing. Then we look at England. Last year having a shocking year, really coming up and showing an improvement. So we're seeing these guys really dominate the top. We've got South Africa, who had an appalling year in 2017 under coach Alistair Coetzee. Now in 2018 they showed room for improvement. Yes, from a record point of view, it's our stats last year weren't the greatest, but we still came away with a victory against the All Blacks, which was very important, and we beat England in the series down in South Africa. Yeah, November internationals wasn't too hot, but it was an improvement. We're seeing a rise in rugby in South Africa, and we're seeing that even in Super Rugby, how the teams have improved and how they're surprising all ends up, which is great to watch. And I think we're seeing improvement there. I mean, Argentina have come a long way in World Rugby. I mean, the start of last year, or their junior internationals, were poor, and then they just bounced back. After the coach took over Jaguars and then Argentina, they've just looked like a threat and are looking great, and had a good November international year, and they're looking impressive. Yes, they've dropped down the rankings, but obviously they're not playing at the moment, so we will see a change here and there. But overall, we are seeing fantastic rugby from all rugby nations, and it's been exciting. Now Australia, on the other hand, have unfortunately not had the greatest run. They're not in the greatest places in World Rugby at the moment, but we are seeing slight improvements. If I have to look at the 2019 campaign of Super Rugby, Melbourne Rebels looked pretty good the other day. The Brumbies just went and walloped the Chiefs, so we're seeing signs of improvement. So I'm hoping that from an international point of view, we're going to continue seeing signs of improvement, because I want a competitive World Cup where you just can't predict who the hell's going to win. I want those teams to make my life harder because it makes it more exciting. But it's really great to see, because you don't want predictable. Obviously, the All Blacks are going to go in as favourites, and I think everyone would probably rate them to win it. But we've seen situations where the pressure has been close, and the All Blacks have come close. I mean, South Africa, I think, was it the semi-final when we lost in 2015? That game was a close game. But we still lost because the All Blacks are just so damn good throughout the whole game. But we are seeing improvements, and we've seen signs that the All Blacks can be beaten. Not saying that they're going to lose the World Cup, because I really think they are strong favourites, and I can predict a win for them. But this year is just proving to show what the quality of rugby that is being brought to us is really exciting, and it makes me so excited for what's in store for us towards the end of the Six Nations campaign, the Rugby Championship coming up, Super Rugby, obviously you got the European Championship to also look forward to, there's so much still to happen, and that's why it's important that the depths of these squads are formed so that they can see who to pick and choose and who to watch on the provincial level, so we can see upcoming stars. For example, South Africa, Speckman, who's just taken to the team well when they demolished the Stormers the other day. So he's the now player we're talking about. We're seeing lots of talent coming up from all various forms of provincial levels in all the nations, which is great to watch, and it makes me excited, like I said, because the competitive level of this World Cup is going to be immense, and I can't wait to see it. If we look at the World Cup rankings, or world rankings now from up to date, because they've been recently updated, New Zealand obviously at the top with 92.54 points, which is pretty impressive, and they're sitting firmly up top there. Ireland are on 89 points, 0.92, which is pretty outstanding to think that they're still there. Obviously, if they had lost again to Italy and England had beaten Wales by 15, we would have seen England go number 2, but that didn't happen. Wales showed up and played a damn good game of rugby, and they beat the English, which means they moved back up to 3rd place, which is absolutely outstanding. So they are on 88.30 points, and England are now on 87.27. So the top 4, or the top 3 really, or the 2nd, 3rd and 4th are quite close, and we could see a few changes going on. I mean, if Wales continue their good form and France cause an upset against Ireland and Wales beat Ireland, we're going to see Wales move to 2nd, which is truly outstanding. But if Ireland keep going form, they're going to stay and get close to the top, which is pretty good. I don't think they won't take the lead, but they'll get closer and closer to the All Blacks, which is pretty remarkable. Then at 5th place we've got South Africa, and they're 3 points below. They're on 84.58. And you've got Australia on 82, Scotland 79, they have dropped. They were at one stage looking good and hopeful and went ahead of Australia. But unfortunately, due to the form and their previous result, it just wasn't good enough, and they dropped. But, well, they lost points. They haven't dropped a position since before, but they've lost 0.169, which is not good, which means France are moving closer and closer again. Now France have shot up from 10th to 8th, and they're sitting on 78.71, which is pretty impressive. And then you've got Fiji and France, who are pretty close on 77.95, and Fiji and Argentina, and then Argentina's on 77.05. Now obviously Argentina have dropped because they haven't been playing, and we've seen a few of the games between France go up, and obviously Six Nations teams are going to move up, and we're going to see the change when the championship starts. So it's very interesting. You've got the All Blacks at the top, which is brilliant, but you've got 2, 3 and 4 fighting out to see who could be number 2 after this Six Nations Championship, and it's going to be amazing because we're really seeing great things from Wales, and they will want to be 2nd. We're seeing impressive rugby from England. Yes, they lost this past weekend, but they still are on the rise. It was a damn good game between England and Wales, so we must remember that going forward. Even the dogs are greeting in the background, but it's going to make it very interesting, and I can't wait to see how it's all going to end up. It's leading up to be something special. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I just thought I'd talk about something different, as this hasn't been a topic. If you've got any international ideas for future videos coming up this week, seems we're on a break for Six Nations, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to try and get a few out for you guys. It's international season, so I really want to focus on that and get things going. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.